Hi, Marian. We went through this once already, or I went through this once already. I'm a bit worried about your word count. If that is a problem, then I think you could realistically put these three items in these three sort of section slides that you've got here could just be your first three items in your annotated catalogue, and you could just leave this general introduction in. I'm talking about word count. You don't actually need to have this here, because what you're going to start with is, nice though these look, is here where you start to explain what you're talking about. Okay. Now I think we went through this, these three, and everything here I am happy with. As we get into this part and your next part, again, I'm a bit worried about word count. This is very texty here, although your analysis is very good. So I'd be interested to know where you are in terms of your 1,500 words. What I'm concerned about here and in the next section as well, particularly here, is that there's very little evidence of your other secondary research. Okay, a lot of it is about you watching the films. You've got some reliance on a couple of interviews, but I think what they want to see is that you have looked carefully into what other people have said about these films, and I don't think there's quite enough of that. Similarly, I'm not sure if there's quite enough of your primary research, so you're going to need to put that in there somehow. Okay. So, for example, here you've got quite a long analysis about mother and father present. I would say are both the mother and father present. But I want to know what other people say about that. I want to know whether you found out anything about absent parents, either in the real world, saying, well, this reflects how many young delinquents or people in difficult situations in the hood behave when their parents aren't around, or something like what you had in your introduction, saying, well, look, nobody pays any attention to what's going on here. Some comment on how the films deliberately explore something like this. And similarly here, so we're looking at the protagonist's fate. You're giving a kind of account of it, but I need more research and less analysis, if that makes sense. So this task is not about looking at the films and just analyzing them and comparing them as you would in an exam. It is thinking about, okay, well, what else can I find out about this, and showing that you've found out something else about it. So if I was going to give you a piece of advice before you get on to your conclusion, it would be to look at these, particularly this section on the and try and back it up with some other items. I'm not getting the sense, I mean, I haven't seen your annotated catalogue yet, but I'm not getting the sense that there is a even spread, no books mentioned, no particular websites. I want more reference to interviews or articles or pieces from Sight and Sound, stuff that you might have turned up at the BFI library when you were there. I want more of that here in the actual presentation script itself. So that would be my one piece of advice for getting on with that. Other than that, it's good. It is good. I just want you to make it as good as it possibly can be, as I'm sure you do as well. Okay.